Hello patron and welcome back to my life. It's Writer Wednesday where I give you my tips and advice on the art and the business of writing and tell you how I do what I do as an indie author. Today we're wrapping up Luke Condor's question about best practices when launching a new book series, and this video is a doozy, so buckle in. So at this point, you've written your 3 books in advance, you've scheduled your release date, you've set up your pre-orders and your advance reviews. Now let's talk about the launch itself and the promotional actions to take as each book releases. For the first book, and only for the first book, you should schedule release promotions on external sites wherever you can. Most book promotion sites will only promote a book if it's on sale, like discounted to 99 cents or $2.99 or something like that. But there are sites that will promote a new book of any price, really. 2 of those that I've used in the past and can recommend are booksbutterfly.com and bargainbooksy.com, and I've included links to their promotional pages in the description below. Find other pages if you can, and if you know of other pages that will promote a book of any price, feel free to let us know in the Writer Wednesday community, and we can share them around between each other, and I'll actually try to make a list at some point of these sites for us to use. You should also apply for a BookBub promotion on the first day of the first book's release. Of course, it's BookBub, so you shouldn't necessarily expect to actually get accepted, but every once in a while, BookBub will take a promotion on a new book that's just releasing, and if you can get one, get one. Pretty much no matter how big your email list is, BookBub's email list is bigger. So the money that you lose by discounting your book when you promote it to your email list is going to be vastly made up for by the new eyes and new attention that you will get from a BookBub promotion, even if you have to discount your book. And those people will hopefully go on to read your second and third book as well, which you will of course be selling for full price. So again, if you can get a BookBub, get a BookBub. On all these promotional actions, however, I want to be clear, you should only do them for your first book. Paid promotions for second and third and subsequent books in a series usually just aren't as effective. Readers don't want to jump into the middle of a series, so schedule them for your first book, leave it out for the second and third. So you've scheduled your external promotions. Now let's talk about your internal promotions to your already existing readers, primarily your email list. You should send your first email to your list 2 weeks before your first book releases, and don't just tell them that it's there and ask them to pre-order it. Do something cool for them. My first email is usually a cover reveal, and now that I have like good emails with proper artwork, the cover alone usually gets my readers super hyped. Tell them a little bit about the book as well, and really spend time crafting that email. But while I do, recommend that you let them know that it's available for pre-order, you don't want to push them too hard to actually pre-order the book with that first email. Then you send your second email 1 week before the book actually releases, and in that email I recommend that you give them exclusive content. What I'll usually do is I'll compile a short ebook of like the first 5 chapters of my books, and as a general note, I try to always have chapter 5 end with a cliffhanger, so that gets them really excited to read the rest of the book. So that's when you do your first big push for pre-orders. In the email itself and with the short ebook that you give them, go, hey, it's coming in a week, go pre-order it now. Then you send your next email on the day that the book actually releases, and on that day you want to really incentivize them to buy the book. Your incentive can be whatever you want it to be. When I launch Tales of the Wanderer this year, I am going to give them 72 hours to send me a receipt of their purchase of the book, and everyone who does that will be entered in a giveaway to get a hardcover copy of the book, and I'm going to give 10 of those copies away to people who enter the giveaway, which is honestly still not that great a chance of an individual person winning, but 10 copies is a whole lot better than 1 copy. Or no, I think I'm gonna do 9. I'm gonna do 9 copies. 9 copies, 9 readers, 9 kingdoms. Hey! Now the second big promotional step that you should take upon the actual release of your book is that you should schedule Facebook advertisements that are specifically targeted to your email list. Not to get too complicated in what is already a very long video, but basically you can create a Facebook ad audience that is exactly a list of email addresses that you provide. So you just export your list of everyone on your email list and you upload that to Facebook, and Facebook will show the advertisement you create only to people who are on that list who are on Facebook. And what that means is that everyone on your list who uses that same email address for their Facebook account will see Facebook ads for your book. which is pretty cool. What this does is it helps you get in front of the eyes of anyone who, like, maybe didn't even open your email in the first place, and it also reminds people who maybe opened the email but didn't buy the book immediately and then sort of forgot about it, and then they see it on Facebook later and they're like, oh right, his new book is out, I gotta go buy that so I can be in the giveaway. Now I will let these ads run for 1 week after release so that I can just catch as many stragglers as I possibly can. Here's another tricky thing that I'll do. In the email telling them about the book release, I will have ActiveCampaign take a note of everyone who actually clicks on the buy link for the book. Most email marketing platforms have a service like this. I don't remember if MailChimp does, ActiveCampaign does, Aweber definitely does, but anyone who clicks on that link can be tagged with a descriptive tag that says something like, clicked on the Bloodlust buy link. Then, 48 hours after the actual book launch, which you will notice is off my regular weekly email schedule, I'll send another email to the list excluding people who did click on the buy link. I will give the email a really powerful subject line like, less than 24 hours left to get a free hardcover book or something like that. And in that email, I will share some choice reviews with them, which of course I got from my advanced reader list, and then I will remind them that the giveaway is happening and that they have a very limited time to actually go and purchase the ebook to get a chance to win the hardcover. In the giveaway, by the way, you should tell them that the winners will be announced on your social media platform of choice. The way that we do it is that we announce the winners in a Facebook Live video broadcast. We do these live video shows in my office, and I am in them, and so is Megan. My readers really like seeing my wife, and I can't blame them. I really like seeing her too. Now, the week after the first book releases, don't email them at all. Let them breathe. You've been kind of in their face a little bit. Give them some time to read the book. If anything, you can send them a short little email like thanking them for an amazing release, but you probably shouldn't even do that. Just like let them have a week to themselves. 2 weeks after the first book releases and 2 weeks before book 2 launches, send your first email about book 2. And this is the same thing as your email before, where you're just saying, hey, here it is, another cover reveal, and it's coming out in 2 weeks. That is the email where I will thank them for an amazing book 1 release as well, and I will also say congratulations to the winners of the giveaway in case some people didn't actually get to attend the Facebook Live event, although I will have contacted the winners prior to sending that out in the email list. Also, in that email where I am revealing the cover for book 2, I will praise people who have already seen it. Basically saying something along the lines of course, most of you will have already seen this cover since it's in the back of book 1. That's just a little incentive to your readers to, actually like read your book. Because anyone who read book 1 and got to the end and saw the cover for book 2 already, they see that in your email and they're like, yep, I already saw that cover because I read his book. Because we're nerds and we're readers, and we are proud of being nerdy readers. Repeat your process with book 2, send another email 1 week before release, send another email on release day. If you incentivized book 1 with a hardcover giveaway, do it again with book 2. And then again, let them breathe for a week, and then start all over again with book 3. The only real difference with book 3 is that I do my best to raise the stakes. If you read my Underrealm books, you know that the third book, every third book in all my series is a major game changer. It changes the whole direction of the story, the stakes are higher for the character, everything is different. I remind my reader of that, reminding them that book 3 is like, holy crap, this is the big one, and then I also raise the stakes for them. Instead of doing a giveaway for book 3, I do a giveaway for a full hardcover set of all 3 books in the new series. And you'll find that this will push some people who maybe haven't bought any of the books so far. They're like, oh, I'll get around to it. But now, if they get around to it immediately, they're entered in this drawing to win all 3 books in hardcover. And that's a hell of an incentive to at least go pick up book 3, and once you've convinced them to pick up book 3, then they'll usually go and pick up book 1 and 2, etc., etc. You get the idea. So then we go through the book 3 launch and release, and then a week after book 3 comes out, I will send my final email of the whole sequence. And that is just a big fat thank you, not just for the release of book 3, but for the whole launch of the whole series. In this email, give them something if you can. If you have any bonus content you can toss their way, or just something to, like something that they will enjoy. But mostly, just tell them how much you appreciate how awesome they are. It's really effective to share some fun statistics about the release. People love hearing about that. But remember, make it about them. Because honestly, you didn't sell X amount of copies. They bought X amount of copies. You didn't reach whatever sales rank on Amazon. They pushed you up to X sales rank on Amazon. That's not just lovey-dovey feel-good marketing crap. That's the truth. So make sure that they know it and that they know that you know it. Finally, tell them what you're working on next and tell them when they can expect it from you. But don't make any promises you can't keep. It's another thing that I've done. It's not good. In a perfect ideal world, you'd already have the next thing completed and scheduled in advance, even if it's months in advance. Like after Tales of the Wanderer, if after the third book releases, theoretically, I'll be done with the next book and it will be up on pre-order far in advance in the future. And I'll let them know about that, and I'm sure some of them will go and they will go pre-order it, but I'm not pushing it very hard at that point. And if you don't have the next thing finished and if you don't have the next pre-order ready to go, just let them know what you're working on. Tell them that they can expect to hear from you while you're putting it all together, and then thank them again and make sure they know how much you appreciate them. Now at this point, you're probably looking forward to putting out a box set of your first 3 books, or in my case, a volume for the Underrealm books, right? But you shouldn't. You've pushed really hard for the last 3 months. Now, let the sales trail off, as they will. They always do. It'll either be the 30-day cliff, or if you've got some really good momentum going, it might be 60 days or 90 days. But wait until you've hit the long tail of your sales. And that's when you release your box set. Let them enjoy the individual books as much as possible, because otherwise you're actually just kind of cannibalizing your own sales, and that's just not smart. And that is it. That is how I launch a book series, or rather, that is how I will be launching book series in the future. What a little video mini-series this has been, right? I have greatly enjoyed making it for you. I hope that you have enjoyed it as well, and I actually want to kind of extend it and keep it going a little bit. So what I'm going to do is that from now on, when I launch books, I am going to keep track of all these steps and keep track of what the effects are, what the responses are, and I'm going to report back on them to you as part of your Writer Wednesday content. It won't actually be on Wednesdays, of course, since I launch my books on Fridays, and it won't actually be video form. I'll mostly just give you text reports, okay, I sent this email, this many responses, this many pre-orders and everything like that. So it'll be text, maybe some graphs and that sort of thing, but just give you a little behind-the-scenes peek of how my book launches go in the future. So as long as you are here on the Patreon, you can see behind the scenes, you can see my launches and my numbers as I report them. And I hope that you will consider doing the same. You don't have to, no obligation whatsoever, but I think it would be cool if we all collaborate and talk about how we're doing the launch strategy, new ideas that we've thought of, share the emails that we're sending, and share results, because that could be a cool thing in this little Writer Wednesday community. All of us seeing and learning from each other how to do it better. As always, if there is something in this video or this video mini-series that you want to know more about, that you want me to expand on or do another video about, let me know. This whole series is here to help you with anything in your publishing journey that you might be struggling with. Thank you for your incredible support. Thank you one final time to Luke for this amazing question that I have really, truly enjoyed answering. And I will see you all next Wednesday. Bye!